Hi, my name is Kirk Hamilton and I am the Sloppy Vegan. And so in this episode of the Sloppy Vegan, we are going to cook mushroom burgers. And the goal of the Sloppy Vegan cooking show is to cook healthy, fast plant food, because I believe very strongly that the more plant food we eat in its unprocessed state will help us prevent and reverse chronic diseases. And that's the point of this show, and be healthy. So I kind of prepped beforehand because I'm going to make 3 different kinds of burgers. One of the mushroom burgers with big portabellas is this one's in vegetable broth, simmering it in vegetable broth there with garlic and herbs. This one, whoops, I better put some red wine in there, almost burn it. This one has been simmering in red wine, and you can do it any way you want. I don't use olive oil. And this one, this is from my buddy Gerardo. It's been soaking in beer. So portobello mushrooms for the vegan or vegetarian are kind of like our meat. They take on and absorb juice, so they'll be very, very, very juicy. So I'm doing those with onions and with garlic, a variety of herbs, and then I'm going to put them on 3 different platforms, so to speak. One is going to be a sprouted whole grain bun. I'm going to toast it just a little bit because that's the way I like it. Now the other one, interestingly enough, is going to be a little challenging because I got every stove here. For those who are gluten sensitive, I'm going to make it on a rice tortilla. So I'm going to have to get a little creative here and steam this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over the red wine one and let it steam a little bit. And then lastly, if you've ever gone out to In-N-Out Burger, they have a bunless burger, and we're going to make a bunless burger with our mushrooms on this. And then we're going to put the fixings like we normally do. No onions. We're going to put tomatoes. And then whatever you desire, I'm going to put a little mix of spinach and, this is organic spinach and organic spring salad mix. And then I'm going to do something that you need to be careful with and experiment with. I'm going to put a little nori on it. I'm trying to get more nori into my diet. It's seaweed. It's very rich in nutrients, protein, minerals. But the problem is it's got a little fishy taste. So I'm actually going to prep it a little bit. Some people like it crispy. What I'm going to do is just wet it a little bit so I can just lay it on top of my burger. Now, again, play with the taste. You might not like this. So I'm going to just wet 2 of them, or 3 of them. And make sure everything's not burning. And you can cook one of those portabellas down in 5 minutes, depending on how thick they are. Since I'm trying to keep the cooking demonstrations under 5 minutes, I kind of have to pre-cook a little bit. So, there's the 3 noris. And let's see what's happening here with my tortilla. Whoops. Well, let me do this. Actually, it made it. It looks terrible. It looks bloody, but it's going to taste good. And my toasting things are going to come out. I'm going to put a little bit more red wine in here. I'm going to leave this off. I'm going to try and time this so I do everything at once. A little more beer on my other one. I don't cook with beer very often. And I have no idea what this is going to taste like. Honest to God, I have no idea. I put some garlic powder, I put dill on there. I put some, the famous Himalayan sea salt, which salt that I have no idea. It's supposed to have more minerals. So we'll put a little more on. And if you like pepper, I don't. We'll do that. Alright. So we're going to try and do this without going crazy. So I'm going to take some onions, put a little bit in my rice tortilla. Now I'm actually going to put a little mayo on this other one, on my burger, the burger. And if I can find my spatula, which is right over here. And these are really juicy. I mean really, really, really juicy. In fact, I'm going to turn them off. So this pretty one here, with the red wine, that's why they call me the sloppy vegan. That's going to get me about 5,000 views. You know, watch that guy do that. So put that there. I'm going to put my nori on there. And I'm going to put a tad bit of mayo because I never get to do it. And those are all off. And it really makes a big mess. When you spill something soaked in red wine, that's a big mess. I'm going to get a couple tomatoes. And then I like mustard. See if we can do this without making a bigger mess. And then I put as much green stuff on it as I can. And I think we'll do this one with just spring salad mix. Boy, wasn't that a smooth move I just did? Now, you could put organic ketchup on there, but I'm not going to do that. So that's one burger. If you're gluten sensitive, well, I was true to myself. I kept the sloppy vegan I kept the sloppy vegan thing going. So I'm going to cut this little puppy up and slice it. And it's going to be our burger inside the... And see how juicy this is? I mean, it's really juicy. Now, I can't put mustard and mayo on a tortilla. But I'm going to take these and slice them up a little bit. These are organic tomatoes. And then I'm going to take some spinach in this one. And if you wanted to put something in there, you could. We already have the nori in there. And then I'm going to roll that up. And that's going to be our rice one. Oops, right here. And last but not least, I'm going to try and find a really big leaf. Oh, I know what I'm going to do after this. This is going to be fun. I'm going to take the last one. Yeah, that's not good enough. I know what I'll do. I'm going to make it lengthwise. So we're going to cut it in strips. And again, see how juicy it is? And I think, all right, I'll put the nori in there because I'm eating it. But again, you want to check the taste on that. Then you're going to slice the tomatoes real thin. That's really good. I know my stuff looks messy. That's why I named my show the Sloppy Vegan Show, but the stuff I cook really tastes good. This is funny. Now I got to figure out how to eat this thing. Wasn't exactly my big, you know, usually it comes with, that's funny. I don't think I can get any more greens on there. Alright, so we got those options. And then I'm cheating. Here's my processed food for the day. My processed food will be these rice bean chips. They got a little bite to them. And, oh, this is going to be the best part. Now what I would do in the real world, I'd take this bun, and I would have done it beforehand. This is in the old days. When I was a little boy, I used to sop up all the juice. This one's all the red wine. I'm going to put it all on here. And no telling what this is going to taste like. And of course, no one's going to be around me for this evening. So that was... So we got the red wine one, we have the vegetable broth one, and the beer one is interesting. The beer really evaporates fast, I guess because it's mostly bubbles or something. Now, There you go. So, you could probably cook this from start to finish in 15-20 minutes. So we got the veggie burger with the portobello mushrooms and the lettuce. We got a gluten-free wrap here with the rice tortilla, and then we have a kind of a sad-looking lettuce wrap. But that is the Sloppy Vegan. And one thing I forgot to tell you, of course, you want to buy this book, because this is the Sloppy Vegan's book. You can get it at prescription2000.com. And you go to the order page and there'll be a special coding for 40% off, RX40, or there's some numbers you can call. And my 9 simple steps to optimal health. There's 3 in the food phase: eat whole food, 90% plant food or more, half your plate is vegetables, eat off the elimination diet, which this is it, or be off dairy products at least 1 month. You want to do aerobic exercise every day. You want to do strength training, circuit training, 4 or 5 times a week. Maybe 15-20 minutes, and you want to do flexibility training, yoga, tai chi, high school stretching, I don't care what. That's my weak point. Well, the next one is sitting quietly for 15 to 30 minutes every day. Be thankful morning and evening, and image yourself the way you want to be. Image yourself well. So, that's this episode of The Sloppy Vegan. Until next time, stay and be well.